Good afternoon, SHS. Welcome to the Salem Show from our Washington County Community Foundation studios at Salem High School. I'm your host, Sydney Brown.
And I'm your other host, Sydney Burton.
Welcome to our Fab 4th episode.
Wait.
What?
Isn't this the Sid Show?
I've been told that gag has worn out its welcome.
That's a shame.
That's what I thought, but nobody likes it.
Even the head writer?
Well, I think he likes it, but the masses have spoken.
But couldn't we have done better than Fab 4th episode?
We are running out of F-sounding words for alliteration.
The head writer needs to do better and get a thesaurus.
I'll let him know. Anyways, let's get on with the show.
This is where you get all the latest and greatest newsworthy activities happening at Salem High School and beyond.
Well, let's get started and go straight to announcements.
Juniors, would you like a free trip to Washington, D.C. this summer with other juniors from our area? If you have Jackson County REMC as your electrical provider, you need to apply. Go to the Google 2024 Classroom for the link.
The following people are to be congratulated for receiving gold at the State Vocal Solo Contest in Indianapolis.
Juniors Maggie Gibson and Darius Porter, seniors Malachi Eddings and Alana Thomas.
Congratulations on representing Salem High School for the highest placement.
The Salem Band Department is proud to announce that the following Salem High School band students medaled at the ISSMA State Solo and Ensemble Festival held Saturday, February 25th at North Central High School in Indianapolis.
The Bauer Brass Quintet received a gold medal for their Liberty Bell March performance.
Members include Carolyn Casey, first trumpet, Riker Sparkman, second trumpet, Raymond Perry, French horn, Lucas Bauer, euphonium, and Ben McClare, tuba.
Delaney Predmore received a silver medal for her Vivaldi second Cardellino flute solo performance.
Congratulations to these students.
Hopefully you were able to make it out to the middle school last evening for the Celebrate the Arts Salem Night of the Arts.
This will showcase the artwork for students K through 12 and will even feature the Class of 2023 Senior Showcase.
The choirs performed in the True Blood Performing Arts Center,
and the bands played in the band room. We hope everyone had a chance to go out there and see all the talented students we have at Salem Community Schools.
And if you didn't, don't worry. We have you covered. We will have some interviews and video for you to enjoy the next show.
I can't wait.
Students who have signed up for the blood drive, make sure you get a teacher permission slip signed and returned.
Those who are 16 must have their parent permission slip turned in as well.
All permissions can be returned to Mrs. Hazlip or Mrs. Medlock. I hope everyone is wearing black and gold today.
Why's that?
Because the Booster Club asked everyone to please wear black and gold today in support of the boys basketball team as they play in their first round of sectionals.
Go Lions!
Just a reminder that FFA contests will be held here, SHS, tomorrow.
Almost every room will be used.
If you have any questions, please let Mr. Purley know.
So teachers, please make sure nothing valuable is out.
Rooms will be left the way they are found.
Remember, vending machines are off limits during school hours. If you need a snack, please go to the vending machines before the start of school or after school is let out for the day.
And just your yearly reminder about your Chromebook. Make sure when your Chromebook gets down to 5%, charge it.
Shut down your Chromebook to charge it. This will eliminate most issues in charging Chromebooks.
And winter is still here, so be careful with your Chromebook. Make sure you're not leaving your Chromebook out in the cold, because this may harm the screen or interfere with connections.
So let's kick it over to Davin for the weather. Are we needing umbrellas or scarves?
Thanks. Good to see the SIDS back in action. The coming weeks, it looks like it's getting warmer, but it's still going to be a little windy, and you can expect some rain. So you definitely want to dress a little warmer, and don't forget your umbrellas. Now, for the weather. Friday, we'll have a high of 50 and a low of 30, and we have a 97% chance of rain. Let's have a boys game versus Corden. Saturday, we'll have a high of 47 and a low of 28. It'll be cloudy. Sunday, we'll have a high of 53 and a low of 36. It'll also be cloudy. It's also Cinco de Marcho, which is a fun play on word for Cinco de Mayo, which is for St. Patrick's Day. Monday, we have a high of 59 and a low of 40. It'll be cloudy. Tuesday, we have a high of 58 and a low of 35. It'll also be cloudy. Wednesday, we have a high of 52 and a low of 33. Still cloudy. Thursday, we have a high of 49 and a low of 28. It'll be even more cloudy. Friday, we'll have a high of 45 and a low of 29 and a 55% chance of rain and a 40% chance of snow. It's also National Mario Day. Thanks. Now we'll go to this short commercial break and then over to community news with Elaine.
How do I set up a fund? Setting up a fund is surprisingly easy. We will meet with you to determine what you want your fund to accomplish. Once you decide that, the rest is simple. Whether you want to support your favorite charity or our community in general, we can help you make that happen. You decide what you want to name the fund. You can name it after yourself or a loved one. You can name it after the charity. You can name it whatever you want. And the best part is, your gift will keep giving forever.
Thanks, Davin, for the weather update. I, for one, am tired of this changing weather, and I hope that it warms up soon. Last weekend, the Salem Drama Club performed their rendition of Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. The students performed to a sizable audience, and the reception was great. Shakespeare's plays are notoriously hard script, and the performers here at Salem High School nailed it. The performance was not without some changes. The actors and actresses were dressed in modern clothes, and their fairy counterparts dressed in an emo grunge style. The show was met with roaring laughter from the audience and a standing ovation for fan favorite Peter Quince, played by Malachi Eddings. Congrats to the Drama Club on this impressive performance. We also wanted to mention April 15th will be the concert for the Bohemian Supper Club Orchestra. Tickets are $10 and support scholarship funds. You can buy tickets at the Salem Apothecary, the Mid-Southern Savings Bank, at Salem High School, or online. We have one last report before we head over to Braden for sports. Our very own anchor, Sydney, has a report on the Salem High School Safe Room.
Behind me is the new Safe Room being built here at Salem High School. We had a chance to visit the SHS Safe Room the other day with our tour guide, Hall of Famer, and all-around great guy, Joe England. He graciously allowed us to bring our own cameras in to capture some video of the construction that is happening. This is a 50,000 square foot space that has been built to withstand a direct hit from an F5 tornado. It will be open by May of this year. It will also be used as a new choir and band room. It also has an area for a concession stands for our tennis courts. The first place we went to is our new choir room. This large open area will be utilized for practices, performances, and working on choreography. There are several windows that have a thick metal door that can be shut in case of severe weather. There are also several other rooms for an office, sound rooms, and green room where students can change into other costumes and outfits. The other side is as impressive as the choir room. The band room is twice as large as the band room in the middle school. Again, it has several rooms off to the sides. These rooms will be used for storage and working on solo pieces. There is a large area that will be used for an office and another area right off from the office that will be used as classroom and storage. Another unique feature of the Safe Room is it will be heated and cooled by geothermal units. Geothermal energy is a heat energy from the earth. Geothermal resources are reservoirs of hot water that exist or are human-made at varying temperatures and depths below the earth's surface. This was used instead of normal gas units because Salem Community Schools was looking for a way to be more green and saving money by using renewable resources. We appreciate Mr. England for giving us the opportunity to have an inside look of our new Safe Room at Salem High School. Let's head back to the studio.
Thanks, Sydney, for that special report on the SHS Safe Room. I know everyone here at the Salem Show and SLNN can't wait for the Safe Room to be completed. Now, we'll toss it to Braden at the Hoosier Upland Sports Desk.
Thanks, Elaine. Now let's get into sports from the Hoosier Upland Sports Desk. Starting out with boys basketball, they lost against Charlestown 44-85. The guys were staying close until the Pirates found their shooting touch and lit the nets on fire in the second half. They lost against Borden 41-62 this past Friday. They again had a barn burner going into the fourth quarter with a score 36-41 with the edge in favor of the home team Braves. But like several games this year, the fourth quarter wasn't kind to the Lions, and the Braves ended the game on a 21-5 run and one going away. And if you don't know who John Harrell is, then you might want to get to know him. He runs a website at indianahsbasketball.homestead.com. There, you can check on football, boys basketball, and girls basketball scores, rankings, and much, much more. One of the things he also provides is a prediction on the final score of every game played. So for the Borden game, he predicted the final score to be 43-62. And that's right, he was off by 2 points. Pretty amazing. Sectionals are being held at Charlestown, and we play tonight against Corden Central, who defeated North Harrison Tuesday night. Good luck, gentlemen. SLNN recently interviewed the new football head coach, Brian Gleasing, and if you haven't seen it, we will show it to you now.
Tonight is the official hiring and reception of our new football coach, Coach Brian Gleasing. Thank you for taking some time to talk with me and our SLN Lions Nation. We know you are a very busy man and one of Salem's most popular people now. First, for everyone out in Lion Nation that may not know you, give us a 30,000 feet synopsis of who you are, your years coaching, and how you made your way to Salem.
Well, this will be I just finished my 21st year as a head coach, so I think next year will be my 22nd, if I'm doing my math right. I've been all over. I was originally at LaVille High School in South Bend as the head coach. I wrote about 20 years ago. Then I moved to Clarksville, and that's where I got familiar with Salem because Clarksville was in that conference. And then I moved to Floyd Central for 11 years. And then I was at Jeffersonville, Paoli, and Shelbyville. And now I'm back to Southern Indiana at Salem High School. And I'm excited about the opportunity to coach football here and teach and educate. And with the big crowd we had here tonight, it just shows the passion that people have for football.
We've seen that you've coached at a lot of other schools. So what drives you to take on programs that may not be at the top of the mountain and build them up and make them contenders?
Well, that's kind of one of the things that I'm kind of my niche is taking a program that's been down and getting them back to where they need to be. And Salem fits that perfectly. They've struggled, last year or so, and now it's time to, maybe to instill some new enthusiasm and some blood, new emotion into it, passion. And I think one of the things that I'll bring is that energy. And I'm excited about what we have to offer, and I'm excited about the future of Salem football.
What made you go into coaching?
Well, I've always was an athlete, and some of my greatest mentors were coaches. And I wanted to be just like them. My dad was a coach, and I wanted to be just like him. And not just as a coach, but as an educator. And so I just kind of followed in their footsteps, and a lot of my family's in education as teachers, so it's kind of in our blood a little bit.
What are some of your favorite memories as being a coach?
Probably, we had talked about earlier in the meeting that my first year coaching, and we went 0-10. And then my second year at LaVille High School, we went 9-4 and won the sectional. And that was just an amazing turnaround, and that was a big deal. We won 2 sectionals there at LaVille. Winning a conference championship at Clarksville was huge back in 2006, and then winning a sectional at Floyd Central as well.
So speaking of coaching, let's get into some more of the specifics. How would you describe your style of coaching?
I'm probably old school, but with some of the newfangled ideas, that are out there, utilizing I'm a good communicator, and communicating with not only our players but our parents. I think that's one key to success is making sure being transparent, letting everybody know what's going on. We have nothing to hide, and I think that's a key to success. But old school. I think I'm an old school type coach, but with some newfangled ideas and new 2022 strategies.
So what would your typical team practice look like?
Well, our typical practice would look like, the first 10 minutes we'd have like a pre-practice with going through with your positions, going through some review or some drills, and then we'd have our flexibility and form running period, which won't last very long, 3 to 4 minutes, and then we'd go to our individual period where you'd break up into your position groups, and have 20 to 25 minutes of drills that you're going to do with your position coach, and then from there you kind of go into a group session, then a team session. So you go from individual, group to team, and that's kind of how it would work.
So how do you measure your success as a coach, both for your team and individuals as well?
Well, success can be measured in lots of ways. Of course, we all measure it, wins and losses. But I think as an educator, especially as a high school educator, I think you measure success in players having a great experience, as I've mentioned before. Do kids want to play again the next year? Do kids come back after they graduated and thank you for what you did? So I think that's the big thing in education. Now, of course, we all want to win, of course, and that's the goal. And it makes all the other things a lot easier to do when you win. Now, when you lose a lot, it makes it a lot tougher. So we need to have some success.
We didn't have a typical Lions football year last year. What are some of the things that you were wanting to do to get Lions back to their winning ways?
I think we got to get back down to fundamentals, break it down into basics, fundamentals. We got to be great blockers, great tacklers, and that's what ultimately football comes down to.
What are you looking forward to most while being at Salem, except for H&R?
I'm looking forward this being my home, with my wife and all the Salem Lions that were in attendance tonight and in the community. You know, we're average people, and we want to be part of the community. We want to be part of the school. We want to be part of everything, and that's all I want. And that's what we're normal people too, and we just want to have a great life here at Salem.
Well, thank you again, Coach Gleasing, for talking with me and Lion Nation. This has been Sydney Brown with SLNN. Now back to the studio.
Our spring sports seasons are coming up fast with a softball scrimmage on the 16th. We also have girls tennis, track and field, and baseball coming up. Keep your eye out for our winter sports wrap-up coming out next Friday. In NHL news, the Rangers kept their streak going for 2 more games after my coverage last time, with the Calgary Flames eventually putting an end to it, winning 3-2 and starting a 4-game losing streak against the Jets, Red Wings, and Capitals. Last night, they played the Los Angeles Kings, and they won 5-2. This seems to be it for the Sports Minute as the Hoosier Upland Sports Desk. We'll be back with xSports after this short commercial break.
Shop local at Lynx Clothing and Shoes. Lynx offers a wide variety of clothing. Looking for a nice outfit for the night? Lynx has it. Need a nice pair of shoes to go with it? Lynx has it. Lynx doesn't just offer nice clothes, though. They also provide all your local sports team gear. Shop for Salem, Eastern, or West Washington merchandise. Is your child missing any sports gear for his or her game? Lynx has it. With the wide selection and stylish and comfortable clothing and shoes, all your sports gear and equipment needs, along with the reasonable prices and a central location in the heart of downtown Salem, Indiana, there is no reason you shouldn't stop by and shop at Lynx Clothing and Shoes.
Thanks, Braden, for the Sports Minute from the Hoosier Upland Sports Desk. On today's xSports news, Tony Hawk has updated the public about his full recovery. He broke his femur in 2022 in September. Doctors say it takes 4 to 6 months for a broken femur to heal, so I'm glad Tony has recovered in a good amount of time. Fat BMX, a BMX news network, recently put up a Fat Favorites list with Mia Cluster. Mia Cluster is a famous female BMX rider, in which people don't see often. The Fat Favorites list put out info about the rider, sharing their likes, teams they ride with, favorite skate parks, and a lot more info. That's all for xSports today. Thanks for listening. Now to Monday Matters.
Thanks, Finn, for the powerful xSports update from the Hoosier Upland Sports Desk. Now let's go to Monday Matters.
You are powerful. Your thoughts, words, and actions all have an impact on the lives of people around you, including you.
It's because we are all connected. We affect each other whether we intend to or not.
If we're upset, the energy affects others. If we are worried, the energy affects others. If we're excited, the energy affects others.
When we are kind, it can ripple outward and inspire others to do kind acts, which motivates more people to do kind acts, and so on.
So let's commit to creating ripples of understanding and compassion. Imagine the goodness that can come of it.
Think of the kind acts that you have seen or even experienced and how it may have affected you to be nicer or just as kind.
Just like that one pebble dropped in a pond causing ripples outward, it starts with just one person. When we choose kindness, we trust that even though things might not always go the way we hope,
we know that we have the power to make things better. Thank you for tuning in to the Salem Show from the Washington County Community Foundation studios.
That concludes our fab 4th episode of Season 10 of the Salem Show, or the Sydney Brown Show.
Why do you say that?
Because you're all over the show during interviews, special reports, and anchoring the whole show.
I can't help it. People like me.
I can't argue with you there. You do a great job interviewing and doing special reports.
Thanks.
Don't let it go to your head.
I will. As the show runs down, we would like to remind everyone watching to like and subscribe to our YouTube account and streaming channels.
Also, don't forget to check out our other social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok.
On these apps, you can view an array of videos and updates about our Salem Lions News Network.
Let's not forget about 700 Roar Radio.
You can find it online at Live 365 or on Roku.
Content is added daily, including the 411.
We'll see you next time, and have a great gold-blooded week, Lions.